pretty good at being an open heart surgeon, but can you death drop? Let's see what you got.
Like, wow, that was impressive how you, like, saved the Amazon rainforest, but, like, what the fuck are those heels?
So,
Oh my
you can
God.
save children from a burning building, but can you save yourself?
Mason Goldberg, be ready to lip sync for your life. What if that's how I decide the next killer? That'd be funny.
I would watch the hell out of that.
That's just
I made a joke about that.
That's my lady mastermind headcanon. I really hope Lady is the mastermind so they can die.
Me too.
See,
oh Jesus,
yeah, no, we get to the final trial and it's just like, all right, prepare to drag race for your lives.
Like, if you know that one fucking Stronger Than You parody with Sans.
Yes.
You know
yes.
I am the fury, I am the vengeance, the Xavier just above Fia.
Oh my God. I am determination.
Who was it that saw that and thought that was the original song?
Multiple
Was that you, Kat?
A lot of people.
Who saw that Sans Stronger Than You video and thought that that's where the song originally came from?
Yeah, because I didn't know what Steven Universe was.
Yeah, look at that fucking idiot. What a fake gay.
What a dweeb. What a dweeb.
Yeah, no, punch him. Punch them. Okay. Punch Torbjorn. Kill Torbjorn. Anyway.
What is with the sudden bloodlust for Torbjorn?
It's funny.
Because it's funny.
Yeah. Because, like, every other character in the campaign is like, oh, they're going to kill, or they're going to be killed, or, like, I hope they're the mastermind, so they die brutally, and then it's like, oh, yeah, Torbjorn's here.
Oh, by the way, just for the record, we are recording now.
Torbjorn
okay.
sure is.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Whoa.
Fuck Torbjorn. Go ahead and start, guys.
All right.
So for context, Fia was in labor for 14 hours, gave birth. Monokuma came out and said, in a very, like, Mori fashion, to everyone, Victor is the father, and Mason is the father, and that's when, like, you guys were, like, told that there are two.
Yeah.
Mason went in to the tent, and Monokuma is standing outside of it and not letting anyone in.
Okay. Yeah, no, the second it's like, Victor, you're the father, Victor's just gonna grab Kiyansh's hand and just start walking to his room.
It just goes with it.
Kiyansh is, like, skipping alongside, like, yay!
No, he's not.
We're holding hands!
He can detect vibes a little better than that. Oh my God, you suck.
God. Yeah. So he's gonna reach his room, just quietly, open the door, probably just walk inside with or without Kiyansh. Yeah. And
closes the door behind you.
he's just gonna stare at his room quietly for a while.
Does he see the toolbox that was mentioned, or
Probably in the period of silence of him just looking around his room, he'll look at his bed and see the toolbox sticking out and go to open it, sees what's inside, and there's a note in there. Like, the thing that Xavier left was a note, right? Alongside the tools.
Yes,
I'm going to...
The note reads, "Thanks for the advice from the Tin Man."
Yeah.
always pulling out the box and stuff? Like, I think Kiyansh would just like sit at like the edge of like the bed.
Kiyansh, you notice something on Victor's bed?
Oh.
I would like to inspect it.
It's a little box that says for Logan.
I see.
From Danica.
Oh.
But it's clearly written with Monokuma's hands.
Oh. Kiyansh would be uncertain whether to open it, but I think because it's explicitly intended for Logan, he would set it aside.
Yeah, you see Victor, kind of as you're setting that aside, close the box, stop, and then just set it down on the bed, and then just fall to the ground and just start stopping.
Oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, we're already shit, man. Uh, um, yeah. Kiyansh would like just sort of stand and then like he's on the floor, right?
Yes.
So he would just kind of like kneel down next to you, and I think he just kind of like puts his like hand on Victor's arm, just like I've got you, you know.
Yeah.
He's just not really sure what to say.
Yeah. You do that, and you notice that he kind of calms down for a moment, and he takes a couple of breaths and kind of wipes his eyes, and then just looks at you and just. Everything's so fucked up right now. This is so fucked up right now. I can't fucking do this. I can't fucking do this anymore.
Kiyansh just pulls him into a hug. Same thing that Victor did just a little while ago. It's just like, God, yeah, words can't even express how fucked things are right now. But we'll figure it out. I mean, I think we can. Just
There's one figure one out. There's so fucking much, and fucking. There's things you can't even figure out sometimes. It's just. For fuck's sake.
yeah. He's just like nodding. He's like listening, but he's just like you're still like held close. God. Okay, people.
I'm tired of people fucking. Everyone that dies always has something to say to me, and it's never something that. I don't know if I can keep doing this, Kiyansh, but I don't know what else to do.
What's that?
And then everything that's following. I don't even want to think about Fia right now.
Yeah, I mean, like Kiyansh is struggling to find the words. He's like doesn't know how to approach any of that, and he doesn't even know the whole thing with him yet. But he's just like, I mean, hey, we're here, we're alive. That's something, right? Fia's alive. Kids are, I mean, healthy as far, healthy. So it's, yeah, it's fucked up and it's complicated, but shit. I'm just.
Fia's alive and has 2 kids, and one of them is my fucking fault, and I ruined her fucking life.
You didn't ruin
whatever the fuck I did before all of this.
You didn't ruin her life.
Yes, I did. All I've done is just ruin people's fucking lives, and people that deserve it more than I do, and I'm still here and they're fucking gone. Zay Alexander looked at the camera dead on and said that I was a good person because I was saving lives. I've never done that in my fucking life. Myron died with lies that I fed him because Zay Alexander never knew the fuck I was. He's never going to know, and I don't know if...
Kiyansh, takes a second, and he's just like, you didn't ruin Fia's life. And what happened with Myron isn't your fault.
You don't know what happened with Myron, Kiyansh. I spoke to Myron a few days before everything happened. I didn't get the chance to talk to him in person. I wanted to because, well, I thought that he was having a hard time and no one was really reaching out to him. And, well, I mean, I'm not exactly the type to be open, but no, fuck, someone has to eventually. And I sent him a text, and we talked a bit about his time with his illness, with what he did with his life as a result of it. And instead of just listening to him, instead of just fucking listening to what he had to say and shutting my fucking mouth, I use his sincerity to feed him fucking lies, to cover my ass if it ever came to light that the reason I couldn't fucking investigate a fucking body is because I don't know how. And sure, at that point, I hadn't told anyone that I wasn't the ultimate doctor. So, but I told him I was the ultimate doctor, not because I could do medicine, but because I cared about people. And he believed it. And he thanked me for it.
Oh gosh.
I'm so grateful that he couldn't see me. He couldn't see me. Because I don't think I could have told him that if... No, not told him. I don't think I could have lied to his face like that. I've been lying to everyone's faces. Myron, Xavier, Fia, Mason. God, Mason. God. Mason poured his fucking heart out to me. And all I did was lie to him.
Kiyansh, gonna stop me for a sec. And just be like, look, I'm the last person I should be talking about Myron's stage, but the others. Look, I can't say I know why you lie about it, but I mean, I know you have your reasons, but the thing is, just because you're not the ultimate doctor, like, that doesn't invalidate the experiences you had with those people and the good parts of who you are. And there is good there. I've seen it. It's shitty that we're all in this situation and there's a lot of things we're never going to get to say to people. But, like, even if he didn't know the full truth, you still were there when he needed someone. And he walked away from that conversation feeling happy, so it sucks you couldn't tell him if that's what you wanted to do, but you didn't ruin Myron, and you didn't ruin Via, and you didn't ruin anyone. And if you want...
I can't ruin Myron because he's dead. I
just like, you're not the ultimate doctor. Okay, so there's more important things than ultimate.
No, I know, Kiyansh. I know there's more important things.
Like, you're still an important person to, like, all, or you are or were an important person to all the people you listed. Because of who
Why
you
am I?
are. Like, you,
Why am I important to these people? What the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I?
I mean,
Who the fuck spoke to Mason Goldberg on the lake?
you, I mean, video. God, I wish that video could have been under better circumstances, but you talked to him, right?
I talked to him about other things, and God, Kiyansh, I, I can say I wasn't lying when I was talking about you, but I don't know what.
He, like, half smiles at that. But, yeah.
Fuck. I don't. I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. I'm scared to even just go back outside over even just what happened with you and I. I mean, for fuck's sakes. I make a friend on the side and I don't make an announcement about it, and Lady and Nathaniel have a fucking meltdown about it. No, I'm not even hiding that. What if... It's so much darker than than what it may seem, Kiyansh.
He's like, look, can I don't know Lady very well, but I know Nathaniel is a good guy, and he's probably needs some time to cool off. But I think he's the type who's at least willing to listen.
Anyone's a good person when they're not put in a situation where it conflicts with what they believe in, but if it's something that's reprehensible to them, that's when you really see where someone comes from.
I mean,
Kiyansh, for fuck's sake, people thought that you stole something and they were going to shoot you. Do you really think that those are reasonable people?
I think,
Fear of rebellious.
I mean, yeah, I still think about that, but things are different now. I'd like to believe they are. I think that if we could just talk to Nathaniel at least, and just be like, hey man, like, it's not the way you think it is, and like, I could just even explain I didn't, like, I don't think we did anything wrong there. I think it's just emotions were already running high. People, I'm not a people expert.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize for what.
For dragging you into my fucking mess.
Like, it's not your fault either. Just bad timing on Xavier's part, I guess. You know, or like the video. I just, you didn't drag me into anything. I choose to be your friend and be around you because I care about you, and you never have to apologize for that. Like, yeah, so there's things that probably you could complain about, but like, yeah.
I don't know if I can ever get this out of my chest, so I'm going to hope that... Do you remember when Monokuma gave us our mentors?
Yeah.
It's going to raise questions, Kiyansh. Why the fuck the ultimate imposter is tutoring the ultimate doctor?
I guess so, yeah.
People are going to start asking questions and people are going to start falling through. And I don't know how much longer I can keep these fucking lies up. But if I... But I if I talk about it, it's going to just get worse. The thing that makes me the ultimate charlatan is worse than any lie that I've ever spoken to anyone. In this entire time that I have been here. But I've already fucked things up so much that... I mean, do I... How many more people do I have to fucking throw under the bus to keep this shit up? I wish I could go back and tell Fia what actually... But I was scared. I'd never told anyone.
I mean, didn't change anything for me. I don't think it would change anything for Fia either. She cares about you. A lot.
I know, but it's nuts about having lied to her when we were sharing that. It's, you know, it's hard to build trust with someone when you know they lied directly to your face when they were telling you they were being genuine. That's why I wish Mason and I had fucking had a moment elsewhere, not in that fucking date. I didn't know who the fuck was watching. I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah.
At this point, you guys get a soft knock on the door.
Kiyansh would stand up, just be like, I got this. And he would open the door.
In shuffles, little legs, Mono Xavier, carrying 2 items with him. And he walks past you, Kiyansh, and hands one to Victor, and then turns and hands it to you before leaving the room. They are both the same book, titled How to Survive Losing a Friend. Open and read the first page in quotations, like the back of the cover.
Yeah.
In Victor's, in literal perfect calligraphy, like fucking mwah. It says, every doctor knows how difficult it is to lose a patient, but losing a friend is different. I'll always be here if you need to talk. Xavier Alexander. And in Kiyansh's it says, I know you don't want this now. Maybe you will later. Xavier Alexander.
Kiyansh would just set it down on the nearest table and go back to where he was sitting with Victor.
Victor's gonna set his down by his side and just close it shut and push it away from him and turn away from it. Kiyansh,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do next with everyone else. But I think that if I don't tell someone, this keeping it inside is just going to be the thing that kills me. I can.
No, it's. I mean, go ahead. I'm listening. Whatever you want to share.
Victor Castro was the ultimate doctor. He was someone who was well liked. He was someone who did a lot of good, enough to get recognized by Hope's Peak Academy. But like anyone else, especially in these trying times, despair and all that, it gets to a man, and everyone has their vices. No one is perfect, but Victor Castro certainly painted the picture of it. And the vices that Victor Castro had are the same ones that would take him to listen to good music at clubs to take the mind off of things, to make conversation with any good-looking stranger, to spill his life story out, so much so that, well, practically everyone knew who he was, whether you spoke to him or not. But what most people didn't know is that when someone has knowledge of medicine like him, you're capable of acquiring things that other people can't quite get their hands on. And sometimes, when you don't know what the next day is going to look like, you do things to just make sure you don't have to think about it. And men like Victor Castro find themselves in the back of a storage closet in the same club that he goes to, find a good conversation. Alone, with no one but another man at his side. It was someone that he'd never personally met, someone whose name he only recognized when the other man recognized him instead. Said, "Oh, you're Victor Castro. You know, people say that we could be twins." And he says, So it seems. And the other man introduces himself. He says, "Well, I'm no Victor Castro, but my name is Sergei Mendoza." Victor Castro pipes up for a second. He recognizes his name. And he thinks, oh, Mendoza. Well, I have some news for you. There's a colleague of mine, Adam and Adelaide, that would like to have a word with you. In fact, we met because they were about to pick a fight with me over something I had no recollection of doing. Seems I've got a bit of a doppelganger going around. And Sergei left. He asked Victor Castro about what brought him here to the back of the storage closet. What was his life like? I mean, he was the ultimate doctor. And Victor Castro spoke on end because what he'd done were things that he was proud of. And it was anything to take his mind off of what brought these two men at the back of the storage closet at the worst points in their life. He asked Sergei, oh, well, what's your ultimate? And, well, Sergei had nothing to say. He said, well, I play the violin. Oh, well, I know the ultimate violinist. I thought that was, oh, no, not the ultimate violinist. I just played the violin. Okay. Cool. I act too. Oh, why didn't you? It's a hobby. Oh. And even though it was just two people sitting alone in the back of a storage closet, things laid out in front of them in such a way that anyone who saw them would think that neither of the two would be leaving that room alive. But so they kept talking and talking. They say your life flashes before your eyes, but I suppose when you're not really paying attention to the time and you're droning on, it has some sort of ring to it. But there came a point where Sergei noticed that throughout their entire conversation, Victor Castro had never looked him in the eyes. And Sergei Mendoza also couldn't bring himself to, but not because he didn't want to, but because he couldn't. And Sergei sat there, thinking, oh, why can't I look him in the eyes? Is it because he's better than me? Is it because he's an ultimate? I mean, and he sat there as Victor Castro stopped talking, and Sergei was left to his thoughts, and he thought, well, what makes the person sitting in front of me better than myself? I mean, he looks like me, he acts like me, he frequents the same places as me. We're both in the same fucking storage closet, so why is he better than I am? And then I thought about it. And I thought, well, of course, it's not about the private individual, it's about the public one. Because if you were to bring us both out and ask someone, only one of these two men can come out of this room alive. The doctor, or the second-rate actor with a pretty face who was only good for a fuck. There's no contest on who they'd pick. And before I could think about it anymore, I noticed that Victor Castro was choking. There were no eyes to look into because they were rolled back to the back of his head, and he sat there fell, struggling, grabbing at his neck and crying for help, and I just looked at him. And when he stopped breathing, I saw his lifeless eyes. I saw how disgusting he looked with vomit down his clothes and whatever the fuck else his body thought to throw out of his system. And I realized that even though Victor Castro had died in front of me, even though Victor Castro was gone, that didn't make me feel any more valuable than him. It felt like a shame. It felt like I was looking at the wrong person. And that's when I realized that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of person you are, or even the presence of a person. What matters about a person is what they can do for other people. And I realized that Victor Castro had a lot of use left in him even when he was dead. The man looked like me. I knew his story front and back, possibly more than others could ever imagine. And I thought, well, he's done so much with his life. I can't just let that go to waste. Because, in the end, when people read the headline in the coming morning or whatever it may be, I think Sergei Mendoza dies of an overdose in the back of a club storage room would make a lot more sense than Victor Castro. And who was I to let someone down? And so I made sure that Victor Castro left that room and Sergei Mendoza was never seen again. And Hope's Peak eventually did come to notice that the Ultimate Doctor, I don't know what gave it away. Like you said, we were practically twins. But it took people long enough and no one could tell. So they'd already accepted Victor Castro into their program. Why not accept the man who'd convinced everyone else that he was him? And Victor Castro was accepted into Hope Peak Academy as the ultimate charlatan. Because there could be no one else that could fit the role of playing pretend than someone who could do nothing but pretend. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm telling you this as Victor Castro or Sergei Mendoza, and I don't know if they're the same person and who I am anymore, but I mean, saying that, I mean, isn't it fucked up that, everyone here could have actually had the Ultimate Doctor around. And maybe Danica could have been saved if the Ultimate Doctor was around.
Yeah.
So,
We spent a trial figuring out why that couldn't work out that way. Her death isn't on your hands. Look, you don't know who you are, where Sergey Mendoza or Victor Castra start and end. I don't know either. But whatever the case may be, I know whatever the name is, I know that the person that I'm looking at right now, person that is in front of me and has helped me in ways that I couldn't even have begun to imagine. And that person, that is you, that's who I care about. And I think that you're fine the way you are. And no matter who you choose to be or who you choose to label yourself as, I'm fine with either. Not that it has to depend on what I think. I think that Sergei Mendoza is just as good of a person, just as worthy of anything as Castro.
you think the person that let a man die in let a man die when they could have done something about it is a better or equally as good person as someone who saved more lives than they can even remember? You're fucking insane, Kiyansh.
As if I
How the fuck can you say that?
I don't think it was right that happened. I don't. But who am I to stand here and judge you when I tried to kill somebody? Not just sat there and watched. I tried to kill someone with my own hand.
But you were. I mean, fuck.
Who am I to sit here and judge you?
Kiyansh, you're in a fucking killing game. That's what you're expected to do. What you're expected to do in situations like that is fucking help, and he was begging for it.
I wish I knew. I wish I had the answers, and I wish I knew what the right thing to say here is, but I don't. And I'm sorry.
I don't know if there's a right answer, Kiyansh. I don't know if there's a right thing to say. I just want someone here to fucking be able to look at me and tell me that I'm not a good person. And mean it. And I And I don't know what I thought expecting that from you, because of course, of course, I don't understand how you couldn't, but why don't you hate me, Kiyansh?
I can't hate you. I just can't. Sure, yeah, maybe that makes me stupid, but I can't. And I won't.
I don't fucking. Nothing makes sense. Nothing fucking makes sense anymore.
Yeah,
Nothing fucking makes sense anymore.
I'm only get asked for it a long time, and
I don't. I don't know what I want to do next, but I just. Fuck. Victor Custer was supposed to be the starting over, and now I'm just fucking. I'm back because I fuck everything up all the fucking time. It doesn't fucking matter how many names of people I let die, and how many I could move them across the fucking country, and I'd still end up in the same fucking situation. And Sergei just won't fucking die. I'm so sorry, Kia.
you don't have to apologize to me for anything. Like, it just, it, it is what it is. No one else can undo anything we've done. As much as we really fucking wish we could. It's not, it's not me you have to apologize to. I don't know who, but just. Only all I can think are just same things I felt, but none of that's helpful right now. I'm sorry. Like I said before, I wish I had an answer that's more helpful than, I still, yeah, still don't.
What do you think about me now, Kiyansh?
I mean, I, I, I can't say that it was a good thing, and I can't say that and nothing is going to make that better. But I I I still I I love you, and I am still invested in making sure we get out of this live because shit, if there's anyone who has to believe that it's not too late to start over or improve, then it would be me. I I still just want to be around you. I I see. I can't say that either of us are good people, but I still care about you. All right.
I don't know what you've done before this killing game, but I can promise you that whatever it is, I still think you're twice the person I'll ever be. Because at least you're someone. I, I, I have nothing. I've been nothing but just squandered potential.
That's not true either. I know that there are things we can't remember. A lot of things that you know, killing games are different. Brings out things in people, usually bad things. But I just I can't forget about the good things, and that doesn't go away either. I mean, you're no matter what you call yourself. I mean, you're good at music. You're somehow been a good friend to me, even when I didn't deserve it. You make the people around you happy, and a lot of them, and that's more than I could ever figure out how to do. I mean, I'm you know smart and stuff, but that doesn't make me good with people. I mean, the fact that for
Yeah.
all that we're deep in the shit right now, the reason anyone's pissed about whatever you and I have is because they care about you. They want you in their lives. I guess
That's not fucking true. That's not, I don't fucking care what anyone else wants with me. And I'm sorry that you had to get dragged into it because, like always, all people see in me is I can't blame them. It's what I give them. It's like I said, a pretty face and a good fuck. And even then, sometimes it's not even that good.
Um, you're gonna keep saying it, but I'll keep saying it too. That you're not just pretty face. And I mean, well, I wouldn't know about fucking. That's neither here nor there. The point is, like, you know, things. You have things going with people, but aren't just getting laid. It's more than that, Thea, and it's more than that with.
Is it
More than that with me.
is it more than that with Via? I wanted it to be, but clearly whatever the fuck happened here, it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter what the fuck I wanted now. I decided what I wanted that to be before we entered this killing game, and I suppose that's the choice I'm gonna have to fucking live with. There's a fucking... How the fuck am I supposed to take care of another person when I don't know what the fuck I want to fucking do?
I, really cold comfort, but probably cold comfort, but I'll help you with it because that's what I want to do. If you'll accept it.
Sorry?
I mean, what's up?
What did you say?
He's like, it's probably cold comfort, but taking care of another person. I mean, I don't know much about it either, but I want to help you. And if it means helping with that, I'll do what I can. You're not getting rid of me. I don't care if that makes me stupid.
Of the two of us, I think the only idiot, the only person who's genuinely stupid is me. You know, it was a lot easier pretending to be a doctor when I could just look things up on... You know, WebMD is actually a lot more helpful than you think. Why do you care about me so much, Kiyansh? I don't get it. No, I mean, you don't owe me anything.
It's not about owing you. I mean, you did that stuff because I wanted to, because you wanted to, and it doesn't mean I have to pay you back. I just want to be your friend, or whatever we have going. God, Savior. Um, um, he's he kind of like thinks for a second, and he's just like, look, I don't know if you knew this, but I'm really fucking bad at making friends. And
No, I knew that.
yeah. um,
That's
and
actually explicitly why I took you out to the woods to get you as far away from people before I let you back into speaking with them, because goodness fucking gracious.
yeah. And you were kind to me, like genuinely were there for me when it mattered, even though you didn't have to be. You had no fucking obligation to keep me or anyone alive during a damn killing game. Yet, and I have the fucking personality of God, insert whatever you want. I'm just shit. People in general. I like to think I'm better, but I have an acquired taste. And like, always being shitty and snapping at people and just being a fucking asshole. You still thought I was worth it? Worth the time, at least, to give me the fucking time of day? And that matters. Because I was at the end of my fucking rope. Myron, I cared about him. That's something to fucking look at, but I cared. And I'll admit the things he said before he got, stuck with me. And I thought he was right. And I was just at the end of my fucking rope. Because I thought there was no hope. I could never turn it around. Everyone would hate me forever, and they were right to think that way. Because, worth is, thief to anyone. Especially one who went and did that. But you talked to me, and you kind of just gave me the sense it wasn't a lost cause to try again, to think about where I'd been going wrong and try again. And I think that's been nothing but a good thing.
I mean, fuck, just because I fucking blew it didn't mean you had to.
Just, it meant a lot to me. And it still does. And so I can't just write you off as like it's nothing. So, yeah, I mean, from where I'm at, I can't see just an entirely bad person because I don't even know if those exist. But if they did, I wouldn't see that in you.
You see Victor's just shaking and just holding himself.
Mm-hmm. I think, like, Kiyansh just wants to hug him really bad right now, but he's just, like, figuring that probably not the best move. So he just sort of, like, if anything, I guess, kind of sits a little bit closer, but that's about it.
You see Victor kind of, like, leans closer to you when you get closer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's, I don't know, I'm just not immune to people who can see through my bullshit. So, Here I am.
I mean, like I said, I'm as dumb as I look. So, but I can see through your bullshit. I just wasn't one to judge either. For all I knew, you could have been exactly the type of person people thought you were. But who the fuck was I not to try? Give you another chance. I mean, I took my other chance. I thought at least giving it back to someone was the least I could fucking do. Kiyansh, I don't think there's words that I could use to express how much you mean to me. I don't know what the fuck I would do if you were gone. And I was so fucking scared. Because I thought I thought I lost you. And then what? And then what the fuck else would I have? And even then I still feel like I've I feel I tricked you into this. I don't feel like I tricked you into this, but I
Look, I'm here because you didn't trick me into being your friend. The things that make me stay, they're the same, whether we had this conversation or we didn't. It was, I guess it makes sense for me to be scared shitless, but I thought I was done too. It just, I mean, death itself is fucking horrifying. Reincarnation, whatever, souls, heaven, whatever, but like, no one really knows for sure until it happens, right? So, I didn't want to lose what I had made, I guess, with you, with everyone else, Logan, Pia. Just, I don't want to lose that. So I'm scared out of my mind every single day. Fuck. At the start, I mean, part of it is me being just fucking awful with people. I just didn't want to let anyone in because I knew I'd end up here. You know, God knows who's next. But I don't regret it either. It's fucking, it's a complicated web of shit.
Victor's gonna start to put an arm around you and just kind of move his face to cry into your shoulder.
Yeah. Kiyansh returns it.
And while he's sitting there, he just goes, I think by now I would have run away too, but from what I can remember, because I'm sure there's a lot of shit that I've done to hurt people. And God, I hope I didn't hurt you, Kiyansh. I hope that whatever's gone, I didn't fucking ruin it too, because this is... I can't fucking just move on like I always do, because I don't want to. This is the one thing I'm not... The one thing that I've done that doesn't make me sick to my fucking stomach. It's the one thing I want to fucking keep. I just wish everything else was just... I wish everything else just went away.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't... He kind of like thinks for a moment, and like, he still has his arm around you. And he's just like, look, I guess I'm not exactly the same, but I mean, I guess I don't, I'm gonna keep this. It, I don't want to run away from it. I don't want to lose things. I spent all my time. I don't, can't say, can't really comment on what I don't remember. Whatever we lost. But before that, I just spent so much time running away. And it's exhausting. I don't want to do it anymore.
You see Victor, like his hold on you tightens.
Yeah. Not to throw more shit. Not to throw more shit on this fucking pyre, but God, what the fuck am I gonna do about Araya, man? Shit. I thought I would never see her again. And I tried to forget because of that. I don't need to get super into it, but my parents are shitty fucking people. You know, why have a kid if you don't want them? They're not good enough for you. The fucking sight of them. See you throw shit. shove their head underwater so long that they can't breathe. So you just get fucking sick and tired of them. Tell them to get the fuck out of your house. And never come back. And it's just, fuck, what are you supposed to do? So you just run away. Care about your baby sister, but there's nothing you can do, so you just fucking run and leave her and figure shit out. Maybe you may hair or whatever. And then you find people, but you don't want to get hurt again. So you just run away from that shit too. Once, yeah. It was kind of me, and I just came in and out, I guess. Never wanted to let her in. Not really, because I'm just terrified of the same shit happening again. Over and over. And just running, I guess. 'Cause that's all you're good at. So you might as well use it to make money. But not failing that. Steal shit because, I don't know, some higher purpose, I guess. Steal art. Run away from that. Just keep moving place to place until, I don't know. Because at some point, hopes peak. Thinks you're worth a damn. I wasn't happy. And now I found people that I'm finally happy with. They said despite everything, I just want to. I miss Asa. I saw her in my photo. And I just. Fuck. She should hate me. She ever knew. I tried to kill Nathaniel because I just wanted to go home, but what a home is there even to go back to? Probably doesn't even exist anymore. This is all I've got. I've got you. I've got Via. I've got Logan for some fucking reason. You know, he even tolerates me.
You see Victor like does laugh when you say Logan for some fucking reason.
Yeah. That's all I've got. And I can't, and I won't run away from it. I don't want to anymore. I just want to stay close.
Point. You hear ding dong bing bong, and the nighttime announcement plays.
Kiyansh,
Yeah.
can you stay?
I was just gonna say I don't really want to leave. Even if it's just to go to my room. So yeah, I'm gonna stay. Um, and then she just takes his gloves off if he's still wearing them, and just kind of, yeah, just they're just kind of. and he kind of like tentatively reaches for your hand, like not super sure about it, but
Victor immediately grabs it and just like links their fingers together and is just holding on to Kiyansh.
yeah.
It almost hurts for a second before he kind of lets go.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to end it.
It's not, yeah.
But I need to know who's Big Spoon.
I
Steven, realize that this is not me actually being hateful for once. This is literally what went into my mind halfway through the scene. Dos oruguitas
Oh,
desorientadas en
Two
dos capullos
on a
bien
wire.
abrigadas con sueños nuevos. Like specifically that verse leading into the final chorus.
Oh my god.
Two lovers cocooned. And trying to change or trying not to change in a world that's ever changing. Yeah.
Y navegando un mundo que cambia y sigue cambiando.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's bad. Just like descends into madness as you start crying.
The amount of times I had to stop myself from sobbing out my little gay people. Also, just having to stop myself from like screaming in DMs because I'm like, no, I have to stay in the fucking scene. God,
This is fun.
I'm like, oh, my little gay lips.
I'm getting
almost.
yeah.
Yeah.
Art.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because people are gonna know like the context behind it or what's been discussed.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I'm so fucking emo over these two, I swear to God.
I love this. It puts the fucking yowie emoji.
God damn it. It's so funny that emoji has become like full on canon.
I fucking hate it too. Okay. There's so much shit. There's so much shit to talk about.
I'm so glad that like certain story things like
And this is why I think Victor's gonna get targeted.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
You know what would be more despair-inducing is if Kiyansh dies.
No!
Oh, absolutely. No.
Oh my god, if your last pillar dies, Victor fucking goes off the deep end. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. No.
Every time you think a character should die, the person that they love should die. 100%.
Yeah.
Xavier was ready to die, so I killed Danica.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that looks fucking insane.
AG, the things you're doing to me, girl. The things you're doing to me. Stop!
God. Part of me's just sitting here like, I chose the right characters to smash together.
The
Stupid fucks.
The fucking Sergey Mendoza shit.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm so surprised you actually talked about that. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole point of me putting you with quote unquote Byakuya for the mentorship is I wanted people to question it. But I didn't think you would talk about it when question like I thought it was gonna be a case of someone questions you and like you're clearly hiding something and they get suspicious of you.
Well, that's the thing. Is
me sitting there as the person who knows that like Victor's the ultimate charlatan, like, oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
But that's why with this it's like because that's Victor's reasoning too, is like people are gonna ask questions. I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
The only person that I feel even remotely, like not even comfortable, but just like the only person who I don't immediately think will either try to kill me or like just like yell their lungs out at me is Kiyansh. And if I don't get this out, like if I don't get this out somehow, like if I don't find what my answer is, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adrian, you're ruining me! No, you can't.
I can't wait for you guys to be murdered while you're sleeping together, and then people come and
Fuck
find
you.
you like
Dude,
either cuddled
dude.
together or just holding hands in this like
Dude,
bloody
no, dude,
beautiful scene.
Dude, I'm a broken record. Dude, fucking, I didn't see any, when I caught your fucking R word reference.
No. Here's the thing. It's not a reference. I wrote this shit way before. Like, there's not a reference.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you said like, oh, haha, this song, I'm like,
Okay. For fucking context, my favorite musical, like it's supplanted Hadestown. My favorite musical in the entire fucking world is 36 Questions, a podcast musical, because there are two characters of any fucking importance in that musical. It is Jace and it is Judith, and Judith is Victor fucking Castro or Sergei Mendoza or whatever to a fucking thing.
it's insane.
The second Adriana started telling me about her character, like way back when we started like just getting people, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be fun."
I am so glad I'm on Canvas now, so I can just fucking yell because I have.
Let it out, Steven. Yell into the Fuyuhiko blanket.
You know, fuck it, I am. Here, go get your ass over here.
Oh my fuck.
You guys like my little ghost Xavier?
I like that Xavier's just sitting there. Danica is definitely sitting there, like on the other side of you with her head on your shoulder.
No, Jack, like, Xavier's is the fucking, like, that was the tipping point for Victor. Where Xavier, like, not only was like, oh, haha, like, Dr. Kestra, you're such a good person for saving all these people. Oh my god, everyone loves you. Oh my god. Here, have these surgical tools.
Adrian, role-playing with you...
I know what I'm doing.
Adrian, role-playing with you is like acting hard mode. Like, it took so much in me not to fucking break character and be like, what?
I think my favorite part, there was several like moments where I saw you guys like maybe break, like Steven obviously finding out the truth. But I think my favorite moment was when Steven just like half stuttered out like "I love you," and I just saw Adrian go, "Ooh."
No, that was in character.
Oh, that was actually Victor? Yeah.
I'm sorry. The single tear that genuinely rolled down my face while listening to this. You're ruining me. You are ruining me. I fucking hate you.
I know.
It all makes sense now.
There's Mason and Fia, and then I want to do a free time with Lady and Logan. It's like, let's go play Mario in the basement. Like the fucking like shift in dynamics is going to be jarring.
To please my mom. Whatever made the steak taste better. Whatever caramel it's called. I hate you. You suck.
Adri's here to torture you.
Another scene I or someone else needs to draw. I like because I just need art of it, and I'll make it if I have to. I like other people's art more than mine. I really want just Xavier right as he's dying with his hand around the robot's throat. I want that
with the melting Danica face.
Yeah.
Atri, I don't know what I was expecting going into this, but it wasn't fucking that.
Really?
Hey, I just watched that motherfucker die, bro.
I had this drop to me the day I got murdered. So yeah. So if I may quote exactly, Victor is actually the ultimate charlatan. Lol, you bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian told me about that. I don't know.
His real name isn't Victor Kestra, it's Sergei Mendoza, and he let Victor Kestra die so he could steal his identity. To which I replied, for sure.
So now that you guys know this, I want to talk about one of my favorite things ever, which I told Adrian about, I think like today. Like, I think I had a break in deliveries and I opened the app and I was like, oh, 50,000 messages from Adrian. I wonder what's going on. Kyoko Kirigiri absolutely knew from frame one who you really were.
My bitch. My bitch.
Mother thinks her child's dead. Mother's called by Hope's Peak for a parent conference. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she comes in, and Kyoko explains. 2 seconds later, the door opened, and Victor's walking through like, fucking like, why do I even have to do these? And is met with a chair to the fucking face. And when his vision returns, he sees his mother, tears streaming down her face, lifting another chair, ready to throw it.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, Steven, I need to tell you this revelation that I had, because you're one of the only other people that can get it. So
Okay.
I was sat thinking about Ophelia, as I do, and
I'm glad she's taking over your head.
yeah, and I was thinking to myself, what would their ultimate be if they're an ultimate? What's halfway between a surgeon and a charlatan? And you know what came to mind? A fucking lawyer.
Yeah, Adrian let me know about that one. I was like, that's fucking funny, dude. That's fucking funny.
It's one of the funniest messages I've fucking gotten.
Adrian, like, Kiyansh is insane? Yeah. Yeah, he is.
No,
Yeah.
Victor thinks Kiyansh is fucking insane. Because, like,
he is loyal to a fault. Like, I'm like, Kiyansh, what the fuck?
Can I ask that one of your characters questioningly maybe turns to what chapter 1 in the book is?
oh my god. Victor's not gonna be the one to open that book.
Kiyansh would take a look at it after, like, sometime after.
One sec. Chapter. Sorry, I want to get this wording exactly right. Chapter 1.
Oh,
being honest with your feelings.
Jack typed that to me, and I said, "LMAO, these fuckers aren't going to finish the book.
No.
They won't. You're not getting through chapter 1."
Oh,
I mean, hey, Kiyansh dropped the L-bomb.
Yeah, you know
That's
what?
something.
Keon's fucking went for it, and you know what?
Can I
what?
tell you? Victor thought about it too, but he's like,
But he also just spent his entire time saying, "You're a fucking idiot. You shouldn't look. You shouldn't think about me. Stupid. You're dumb. You're insane." So it's kind of weird to go, "I love you."
no, that's why he's like, this is how I feel. Not the time.
It's not like I like you, Baka.
Oh my god. Kiyansh dropping the L-bomb. I'm like, bro. Ow! Okay. I'm gonna be laying awake at like 5 a.m. thinking about Sergei Mendoza.
Yeah.
I really am.
Now you know about Asya.
Yeah. Actually, could you clarify? Because like I was so caught up in the emotions that I think.
Okay. Oh my god, can I talk about Asya? Please let me talk about Asya. Oh my god, can I talk about Asya? I love that. Okay. I spent 2 whole days sending Zai nothing but fucking pictures of Asya that I drew. That's how damn bad I am for this fucking bit. Okay. I'm like, see, I want to talk about her in depth, so I'm just going to. Fuck it, you deserve it, right? So, Asya. Basically, Kiyansh being like circa 12, 13, 14, somewhere around that zone. You know, he doesn't start out fucking stealing art. He's just like, bro, I'm homeless. I gotta steal shit. I want to eat.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, they meet because he's breaking into her house. He's just fucking ransacking her house, just being like, okay, hold on, where's the fucking food, money, fuck, what can I get here, right? She just like walks into him like, oh, what the fuck is that racket? Oh, what the fuck? And he's just like, shit. I don't know how to talk my way out of this. So she's just like, dude, you don't like, or you like, you don't have to like take shit, right? Like, fucking, you want food? I'll just fucking give you food. You don't have to fucking like ransack my kitchen. Put it back.
Put it back.
Put it back. Like, bro. Like,
Okay,
fucking what?
quick interruption. I do think it was really funny when Kiyansh was like, I don't know how to talk to people, and Victor's like, yes, you suck. You suck at talking to people.
Like, it's objective facts. No matter how much you love Kiyansh, he's never going to be good at talking to people. Which is why this conversation was an emotional minefield. Because he's just like, fuck, what do I say?
Yeah, no.
Kiyan's just like, I defrosted emotions a couple of weeks ago. What the fuck? But yeah, so like Azia basically was like, look, bro, like, do you want to just like crash here? Like she kind of like felt bad for him. She's like, you're just like a kid, bro. Like, come on. And so like they kind of just developed some kind of like it's found family. Like he kind of sees her as like older sister, so he's just like, she's my sister, just whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Her thing is that actually she is an ultimate. She was. So you remember? I don't know. Have you played Ultra Despair Girls? I can't remember who has.
Yes.
Okay, you remember like the little ultimates and shit? How like they had like a little Hope's Peak Elementary,
Yeah.
right?
A little
Little fucklets. So she used to be one of those little fucklets.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, I still haven't worked out what exactly her ultimate was. I'm still like debating some things. But basically, like, you know, she's in Hope's Peak Elementary, and just even from like that very young age, it's just the constant pressure of like performing and doing this thing that you are supposed to do, and just like it's kind of in the vein of like Nagisa, but like a little more toned down. Like, you know, not the fucking IV shit, but still, like psychologically it'll fuck you up, right? And she basically decided like eventually she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it just no, I don't want to like devote my entire life to like performing this role that I have to, you know, that my parents especially are like, you have to do this, right? She's just like, bro, I just want to be a fucking teacher, dude. Like, fuck being an ultimate. I just want to be a teacher, dude. So like, yeah, she just is like, I'm just gonna study like education and do that. That's kind of where Kiyansh. So she's like a teacher, kind of just specializing like in like early childhood education. One of like the jokes I like, I send so many jokes about her, but like her being like, here Kiyansh, here's a gold star, and Kiyansh being like, it's fucking stupid, cherishes it anyway. He cherishes the gold star sticker she gives him.
Fucking stupid.
It's fucking stupid, right? Kiyansh was kind of ambivalent about staying at all. Like, he's just like, you're too nice, right? But also it's like I'm gonna take this, but I'm really sus of you. And just kind of like, he would sort of, for like a long ass while, would just kind of like show up at her house at like 1 a.m., stay there for like a week, and then disappear, and then come back like God knows when later. Just kind of like a stray cat. Like, I've made that comparison a lot. And Ozzy's just like,
Aja leaving Tuna out for Kiyansh.
yeah, she just leaves him like leftovers, and she's like, it just says for Kiyansh. And it was like complicated because like Kiyansh is like, don't tell me what to do, fucking, you don't know me, right? And Ozzy's like, I don't want to scare him off, but I also just want to make sure that he's safe and like cared for and things like that. So she kind of,
cat.
yeah, like a stray cat essentially. She's like, you know, maybe if I'm just patient enough, he'll realize like, you know, you don't have to fucking disappear for 2 months. Like, so like, yeah, and she, you know, is a teacher. She, you know, she loves literature and history and art, and things like that. So like, that kind of love of learning is something they bonded over, and just her being like, hey, you know, I don't know if you go to school, kid, but like, I can probably teach you some things if you're willing, right?
She had to teach her class about an art project, so Kiyansh went and stole the real thing and brought it to her.
Yeah, she's like, take this back right now.
Kiyansh.
Yeah, she's like, Kiyansh, he's like, one of the things.
He's like, but Junior wanted to see the Mona Lisa.
She's like, it's worth million. Put it back. Put it back. So yeah, just he's just a strange. It was a strange little relationship, but like, they care about each other so much. And like, yeah, so just her being a teacher, and then I was like kind of like playing around with the idea of maybe perhaps like like Kiyansh's ultimate thief or whatever, and she had like her history with like Hope's Peak, and she's just like I basically was kind of batting the idea of her like coming back to Hope's Peak as a teacher for Little Ultimates, and just being like, look, bro, I've been through this grind. I know what y'all going through. I'm gonna be here for you because your parents are shit, probably. And so like hence her being in that photo because she was kind of like in the vicinity. She wasn't a student or anything, and her and Kiyansh, they had separate days and stuff. But like, her like she's still involved with Hope's Peak in that capacity, right?
He actually is a recruiter.
Oh, okay. Not interesting. Okay. Her.
Well, because she's the one that found Araya.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Her. Oh yeah. I need to stop.
And then she's like, why does this family sound like what? Why does this girl remind me of someone? And then she showed up and she's like looking at a photo, and it was one of those things where she looked at the photo, looked at you, looked at the photo, looked at you, and went shit.
Shit. Yeah. So that was a whole PTA meetings were a whole thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
But let me tell you about the parent-teacher conference with you and Araya.
Oh, please do.
So
Please
first,
do.
Araya's happened, and then the parents get up to go, and Kyoko goes, "Sit down," and they're like, "What?" And she says, "We're not done," and tells the next student to come in. Kiyansh opens the door, and Araya's like, because at this point she doesn't know.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And then the parents see you and like, who the fuck is this? Because they don't recognize you at this point, and you look at them and just fucking and you like are about to lunge at them, but Logan and Gihee were prepped on like by Kyoko about what happened, and immediately like you lunge forward, but immediately faceplant because Gihee tied your legs, like your shoelaces. And they're like, for the entire parent-teacher conference, they're sitting on either side of you, and every time you try to stand up and lunge at your parents, they push you back down.
Oh my god.
And the parents are just sitting there white in the face because like they tried to like they literally walked up like, oh, Hope's Peak is so like whatever, and we're like so blessed that our daughter has this opportunity, and like trying to show her up and stuff. And Kyoko just blatantly was like, no, yeah, y'all are pieces of shit. And so now they're like super embarrassed.
Yeah, I remember like when we talking about it like a while ago. You also were like Danica, like fucking ready to throw down.
Danica found out while the parent-teacher conference happened, sat outside the building, and when they walked by, she got Xavier to have one of the robots slip the hand, like shoot his hand off his body, and like the one pulled your mom's dress up and over her head, and then pulled it so she like fell over with her dress on her fucking head, and then for the dad, the hand just like crawled and gave him fucking like basically twisted his nuts.
Oh, awesome.
When
He deserved
this
it.
proposed, Xavier would have been like, all right, of course I will do this, but why?
Xavier's just like, I mean, it's fun. I don't get why we're doing this, but sure.
I'm mildly curious as to why we're doing this.
And then it happens, and you're like, I see. Takes notes.
Excellent. Drags down a screen, drops a note, takes it real quick, slides screen away.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just saying, Danica would find that hot.
Literally
The fact that you like let her bully two adults and then like took notes on it for next time, as if like you're willing to do it again. She'd be like, oh fuck yeah.
Okay. That one audio that's just like
y'all can say whatever you want. Go ahead.
I want to propose this audio for Xavier and Danica of just, babe, come to bed. I can't. I'm doing IRS forms right now. Fuck, that's so hot. That's why I do it.
Yeah, dude,
For sure.
that's so fucking accurate. That's so fucking accurate. Wait, tag Jessica in a message about that for the next TikTok compilation.
Oh yeah,
God.
and fucking Jessica was here to hear the fucking Victor shit.
Y'all can say whatever you want about Vicky Kiyansh. Davier is the superior ship. Of
Yeah,
this series.
no, that's
Look,
Davier's the best ship, and that's why we had to
look.
die first, so the others had a chance to shine.
Yeah.
See, we've got the MF ship. We've got the MM ship. Where's the FF ship? Where's the fucking fem slash? Where is it?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Where's the fem slash?
Fia and the firefighter.
Fem slash?
You said FF.
Fia the
I fucking hate you.
You said FF. Anyway, don't worry about that. There's another one.
But yeah, Ozzy is my fucking favorite. I love that bitch to death.
Also, wait.
That's
when
why I knew it would
League of
affect you.
Legends.
I knew it would affect you when I told her that in the wedding photo she's giving Araya a noogie.
Yeah.
She
I've been
fully
thinking
met
about that.
Araya and adopted her. Like,
Yeah.
you two are her kids now.
Yeah. She's just like, oh, awesome. New child. Grabs.
Grab.
No, literally, like, I want, like, I have so many, like, dumb headcanons that don't matter about Araya. Like, the fact that she canonically is, like, a gamer and plays League of Legends a lot. Like, and the thing is, like, she's, you know, like, it's the fucking grade school teacher in her. So she'll just be, like, very polite on, like, fucking voice call and stuff. She'd be like, good game, you guys. You all are doing so well. I love how you work together as a team. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
I really do see the Fia like projection onto her.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You all did so well murking those noobs. Like,
I got.
gold star.
By the way, I'm just saying it right now. If someone doesn't make a D&D campaign in which I get to play either a child or adult Ophelia, I'm going to rage.
Oh my!
Okay.
I love how invested you are.
Boss Baby, the D&D campaign.
Not Boss Baby, the D&D campaign. Anything but that.
Fine,
Every
Codename
group,
Kids
the
Next
D&D campaign.
Jack, I think it's so funny that you're so invested in Ophelia.
I'm so invested in this fake child.
Can I tell you, Victor will be too.
Yeah.
Adri, you are about to get, like, when we get off this call eventually, you're gonna get, like, a deluge of the same fucking character. Just, like, fucking...
All the images of
No,
us.
I gotta be real. For years, I've been telling my parents, like, trying to prime them, just letting them know, like very gently, like, I'm not so sure if I want kids, stuff like that. This is making me question that.
Oh my god. Like, no, literally, fucking Fia, my little Tenipsy. I fucking love that bitch. I fucking love that bitch so much.
I feel like the morning after they wake up, they'll like Kiyansh and Victor will probably like small talk and be like, "Okay, now that we poured all of that shit, what are we gonna do now, though?"
Yeah.
Hopefully the answer is fuck, because that would be funny.
Absolutely not.
A second Xavier comes through the door. Right, well, now let's get a game plan.
Oh my god.
God.
Just Fia, my little Tenipsy. Like...
You guys don't have a plan guy anymore. Someone's got to be the new plan guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they do. They have Eric.
I want to say, like... You were there for the free time where, like, everyone's just like, hey, fucking Kiyansh, I know you stole that shit.
Yeah, I was the one chasing you.
Yeah.
It was Danica and Xavier chasing you, dude.
Oh, Danica
The
and
power
Xavier.
couple.
No, I know Xavier, but I was like, was
You know,
No, because Danica was controlling, like, because she had the tech to turn his arm into a cannon. So they literally exited the room. She looked at you and she aimed his gun arm at you, and Xavier just started running.
I remember.
So here's what happened. That happened. Victor was also in that free time event and was there like a little bit later, so he didn't get the full situation and just saw people were chasing you down and was like, what the fuck is happening? We are not killing someone right now. And then because Xavier and Danica chased down Kiyansh, is that he spoke to Kiyansh. So technically none of this would have happened if Xavier and Danica didn't chase.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
See, here's the thing I was gonna bring up. Kiyansh and Fia friendship wouldn't have happened either.
Yeah.
To be real.
Mason, Fia, you're welcome.
Because fucking, like, just Kiyansh being like, I'm gonna die. Today's the day I die, and I'm not going down without a fight, bitch. And just Fia talking him down, still fucking rattling in my little brain, even all this time later.
The mental picture of this going down will just across the room, Xavier and Danica staring at a knife come in and out of his arm.
I wish we had fucking recorded that secret interaction. I fucking wish we did. Because, like, just Fia, like, Jorge's talked to me about, like, what the Fia's thought process was. So, not all of it was, like, a pure altruism thing, obviously. But like just the demeanor and just her being like, look, I know you're scared, and we can just work this out. I will help you, and I will make sure you do not get hurt. And just like in that moment, he's just like, oh fuck, god damn it. It's just in that moment, like he was just reminded of Azia and was like, I have to protect you now. And it just and that's kind of just where it started, and obviously it's more than that, like now, right? Because they've had conversations and they just my little people. I'm very strongly invested in their platonic relationship. It's really good.
Yeah.
But like yeah, like the Fia Azia connection real. It's so real, and I wanted to talk about it for so fucking long.
You're welcome. Danica caused all of that.
Yeah.
Could be argued Danica caused all the chapters because she's the one that pushed Myron over the edge too. And she's the one that went and got drunk with Kahi.
Danica,
It's almost as if it's the DM insert.
Danica, a real one.
But I don't know what you're talking about. I actually did at one point think about doing a funny little haha and having Danica be the mastermind.
That would have been funny.
Because I was like, it's gonna be one of you. Like basically the opposite of what I did last campaign, where I'm like, it's one of the NPCs, and then I made it Steven. I was gonna do the opposite and be like, it's one of you, make you all doubt each other, and then Danica's just like, what's up, dumbass? Like
Yeah.
It's me, Dio.
See, I just remembered like this. That just made me remember this fucking conversation from eons ago. We were all talking about like, oh god, like who's the mastermind? Because we still thought it was going to be an NPC, and it's just like because we were like, oh, we want to do like a fantasy AU with all these characters, and then it's like, isn't it going to be awkward when like one of us is like the mastermind or like one of the NPCs is the mastermind? And I was like, oh, it's like an AU. It's okay. It's fine. We'll just and then I'm like. I'm a fucking mastermind. I'm a fucking mastermind. Yeah, so now you know why Kiyansh has aquaphobia. So cute.
I still think Xavier should have been the mastermind. Xavier would have been best mastermind.
Yeah, so now you know.
Yeah.
And just his fucking aquaphobic ass, like watching like Lucy just blast fucking lasers and shit, and going shit, I can't. Like, fuck. What do? Throw it. Because he's like, I can't get in a boat. I can't get closer. I don't know how to fucking swim. Shit.
It's still so funny to me that you passed the check to not shoot an arrow, but to throw it.
Because I
Pure unbridled rage.
Like, I have some athletics. I have some strength. I have no athletics. So I was like, fuck, I can't rely on athletics. Oh my god. The fact that worked.
Yeah, it's funny.
It was really funny.
I think the best part is how chill Mason was the entire time. Like, everyone's screaming and freaking out and crying and, like, face planting into docks, and he just, like, completely stoic. And then, like, the boat goes into the air, and he's like, oh no, the fish, and, like, grabs it.
Yeah.
Hey, Adri.
Yeah?
We never rented a house in Sedona. We didn't see Camille the day she died.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought about that.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah.
I'm making a hero forge for Ophelia right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should stop recording.
Are you still recording?
I just realized. Bye.
Oh my god.